Hi guys, back to Irish Footy Vlogs and welcome to another video. Today is a League of Ireland news video, but it's a main feature on Waterford FC and some of the things that have gone on there in the last few days essentially. So let's get straight into this video. Now, a man called Adrian Flanagan wrote a piece for one of the Waterford local newspapers. I think it might be the Waterford Star. Don't fully quote me on that though. But if you know, actually, please let me know in the comments. But I'm just going to read out some stuff that he had to say on the Waterford situation currently. Then I'm going to react on it. Now, as Adrian writes, he says, it's understood that all bar two Waterford FC players have left the club since the final game against Finn Harps. So should Power, who's the chairman by the way, remain on board for next season, which looks likely, it'll be a case of starting from scratch again. Over the last couple of seasons, the then Waterford FC manager Alan Reynolds was forced to ponder what the future would hold coming into the Christmas period, and it would seem that it will be more of the same in 2020. The club are currently without a manager, with the future of Fran Rocket still unclear at this juncture. But it's the players' situation that really is a cause of concern, with a host of big names set to depart for new clubs. Now, Adrian Flanagan goes on to say there was more worrying development in recent days, with news that a number of players are said to be chasing Waterford FC for what they claim is monies owed to them following an alleged agreement between them and the club. The Waterford News and Star has learned that there was an agreement in place between the players and the club that monies owed to players after they returned to the club in July would be paid once the club received FAI COVID-19 compensation money. However, it's believed that the players have yet to receive the money from the club that they claim is owed to them, with a number of players now having gone to the PFAI about this, and that the matter is now in the hands of the PFAI chiefs. It's understood that the agreement between both parties comes that the players will be paid a percentage of their wages over lockdown period after arriving back to the club in July, with a number of players said to be owed a substantial amount of money. It is believed that the players have emailed the club financial officer in this situation, but no reply has received at the time of going to print. While the club might be set for the Premier Division next season, it's believed the current impasse between former players and the club is now in the hands of the PFAI. And unless settled, there will be a worry that they may not get a licence for next season. Now, this is a very worrying situation, I believe, for Waterford FC, particularly at the end there, where, he mentions that this could lead to Waterford possibly not getting a licence for next season. I obviously don't know the ins and outs and the details. I'd be still surprised if that wasn't the case, but the last thing we want is another club, regional club, outside of Dublin, etc., not having a license for next season. That would be a disaster for me. The likes of Waterford and clubs like that, it's imperative that they stay in the league. There seems to be problems with Waterford nearly every season, so a lot of people might say, look, this will be sorted out, etc., etc. That's true, actually. But, I don't know, from the start of this season, they obviously, Alan Reynolds left the club. He didn't want to continue managing the club. Waterford man as well. And, he's come out and he's hit out with the club. John Sheridan came in for a visit, so to speak. He wasn't there long. Fran Rocket, obviously, then as well in the short season as well. They had three managers. They lost some players as well, and some players came in and all that kind of thing as well. Now, luckily for Waterford, I think the recruitment is very, very good, actually. And obviously, Lee Power, the chairman, has good contacts in Britain, and that's been used very well because the recruitment from players in Britain has been far better than any other club in the League of Ireland, and that's huge. But it looks like by the sounds of that, they're set to lose practically every single player from the first team squad, maybe bar some of the local guys who came through the youths and that. But any of the players that were brought in by Reynolds and players like that, or people like that. So that looks like, as it said there in that passage, that they're going to have to start again and bring in a new bunch of players. But it's worrying if this is true, that the players aren't being paid what they're owed. Because the players have been exceptional for Waterford this season. There was a lot of turmoil throughout the season, yet the players pretty much have been there throughout the whole thing, and they've given it their all for Waterford. They've done their best. They've played well, and they nearly got into Europe. And I know players like Sam Bowen particularly, and Brian Murphy, the goalkeeper, are highly pissed off about this. Sam Bowen publicly as well. I'm guessing more players are pissed off as well, obviously. But they shouldn't have to go to the PFAI and be looking for money that's theirs. Essentially, like, the money should be paid to them. I mean, they gave Waterford a fantastic service this season. Gave everything for the club. This is money allegedly now that's owed to them as well. And I don't think they would be going to the PFAI if this wasn't the case. So it's, this isn't fact, this isn't 100% true, but it sounds very likely, doesn't it? Just give the players what they're owed, basically. Stop messing around. I mean, the worry here for Waterford as well is that if you're a player, let's say, and you hear about this, and with all the other stuff that went on, you might think twice about signing for next season. If you're a new player, and Waterford have been touted as a possible destination, that's the concern as well. That you'd be looking at too. That you may think twice about going with Waterford next season, and that's a huge concern, obviously, to Waterford, the fans, and mainly the fans, to be honest with you as well, because they've been it's tough because you support a football club, and you'll always support your football club through thick and thin. That's fair enough. You can go through bad times and good times, but when you're being basically pissed on, or you've got a chairman there that's literally taking the piss, and it's difficult because you want to defend everyone at your club, but it must be difficult for some Waterford fans to defend the actual owners of the club. Because it gives them a bad name in many ways as well. It gives them a bad name, and that's not right either. They're fantastic fans there in the southeast, and they're a great club. But the owner, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to sell up, unfortunately, either. So it's a difficult situation. It's just if there's a mess every single year, you feel it's going to catch up with them, and that's the concern as well. And lads, that's about it, really. That's all I have to say on it, to be honest with you. What are your thoughts, be it a Waterford fan, be it just a general League of Ireland fan, on this? The latest controversies, what do you think of this? Will Waterford come through it and come through it sailing? Or, is this going to be one of those situations where it's going to, put pressure on the club and they're going to struggle next season? Or what's your general thoughts on this piece of news in general? That's about it, guys. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit your bell notification button so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now.